My friends, the secret to achieving greatness lies not in the external circumstances of your life, but in the thoughts that you harbor in your mind. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny and the blueprints of your future. The idea that thoughts shape destiny is a powerful concept that can have a profound impact on one's life. When it comes to thinking like a millionaire, this concept is particularly relevant. The way you think about yourself, your abilities, and your potential determines the course of your life and the outcomes you achieve. Your thoughts are like a blueprint for your life. They determine the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the results you get. When you think positively and optimistically, you're more likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, and push beyond your limits. On the other hand, when you think negatively and pessimistically, you're more likely to hold yourself back, doubt your abilities, and settle for mediocrity. The good news is that your thoughts are within your control. You have the power to choose how you think, and this power can be a game changer in your life. By choosing to think positively and optimistically, you can overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and live a more fulfilling life. One of the key principles of thinking like a millionaire is to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. When you think in terms of abundance, you believe that there are plenty of opportunities and resources available to you. You're more likely to take risks, invest in yourself, and pursue your passions. On the other hand, when you think in terms of scarcity, you're more likely to feel limited, anxious, and uncertain about your future. Another important principle is to focus on solutions rather than problems. When you think like a millionaire, you're not focused on the obstacles or challenges that stand in your way. Instead, you're focused on finding solutions and overcoming those obstacles. You're more likely to think creatively, take calculated risks, and find innovative solutions to complex problems. The way you think about yourself and your abilities also plays a critical role in shaping your destiny. When you think positively about yourself, you're more likely to believe in your abilities, take risks, and pursue your passions. You're more confident, resilient, and determined to succeed. On the other hand, when you think negatively about yourself, you're more likely to doubt your abilities, hold yourself back, and settle for mediocrity. Your thoughts also influence your emotions and behavior. When you think positively, you're more likely to feel motivated, inspired, and energized. You're more likely to take action towards your goals, pursue opportunities, and build meaningful relationships. On the other hand, when you think negatively, you're more likely to feel anxious, stressed, and uncertain. You're more likely to procrastinate, give up easily, and sabotage your own success. The concept that thoughts shape destiny is not just about positive thinking. It's also about taking responsibility for your life. When you think like a millionaire, you take ownership of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You're more likely to hold yourself accountable for your results, learn from your mistakes, and make intentional decisions that align with your goals. In order to think like a millionaire, you need to be aware of your thoughts and take control of your mindset. This involves being mindful of your thoughts, challenging negative self-talk, and cultivating a positive and optimistic mindset. It also involves taking care of your physical and emotional well-being, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and pursuing activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you think like a millionaire, you're more likely to achieve success and live a fulfilling life. You're more confident, resilient, and determined to succeed. You're more likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, and build meaningful relationships. You're also more likely to learn from your mistakes, adapt to changing circumstances, and stay focused on your goals. The power of thought is a powerful tool that can be used to shape your destiny. By choosing to think positively and optimistically, you can overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and live a more fulfilling life. By taking control of your mindset and cultivating a positive and optimistic attitude, you can unlock your full potential and achieve greatness. In conclusion to this thought, the way you think determines the course of your life and the outcomes you achieve. By thinking like a millionaire, you can overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and live a more fulfilling life. By focusing on abundance, solutions, and positivity, you can cultivate a mindset that is geared towards success and achievement. By taking control of your thoughts and emotions, you can unlock your full potential and achieve greatness. A mindset focused on abundance is a crucial aspect of thinking like a millionaire. When you have an abundance mindset, you believe that there is enough wealth, opportunities, and resources available to you. You're not limited by scarcity or fear of lack, but instead, you're empowered by the possibilities and potential that surround you. Having an abundance mindset doesn't mean that you're naive to the challenges and difficulties that life presents. Rather, it means that you're confident in your ability to overcome those challenges and find opportunities for growth and success. You're not held back by fear or doubt, but instead you're driven by a sense of possibility and potential. One of the key characteristics of an abundance mindset is a focus on possibilities rather than limitations. When you think like a millionaire, you're always looking for ways to create value, solve problems, and meet needs. You're not limited by what you don't have, but instead, you're focused on what you can do with what you have. An abundance mindset also involves a willingness to take calculated risks. When you're not held back by fear of failure, you're more likely to take bold action towards your goals. You're not afraid to invest in yourself, your business, or your ideas because you believe that the potential rewards outweigh the risks. Another important aspect of an abundance mindset is gratitude. When you focus on what you already have rather than what you don't have, you cultivate a sense of appreciation and gratitude. This helps you stay grounded and focused on the present moment rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. A mindset focused on abundance also involves a willingness to give and share with others. When you believe that there's enough to go around, you're more likely to be generous and charitable. You're not limited by a scarcity mentality that says there's only so much to go around, but instead, you believe that there's always more where that came from. When you think like a millionaire, you're also more likely to surround yourself with positive and supportive people. You understand that your network is a key factor in your success, and you seek out people who will encourage and inspire you. You're not afraid to ask for help or advice because you believe that others can provide valuable insights and guidance. An abundance mindset also involves a focus on growth and development. When you're always looking for ways to improve and expand your skills, knowledge, and abilities, you're more likely to stay ahead of the curve and achieve success. You're not satisfied with the status quo, but instead you're always looking for ways to innovate and improve. In order to cultivate an abundance mindset, it's essential to challenge your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk. You need to be aware of the thoughts and attitudes that hold you back and take steps to overcome them. This might involve affirmations, visualization, or working with a coach or mentor. When you have an abundance mindset, you're more likely to achieve success and live a fulfilling life. You're more confident, resilient, and determined to succeed. You're more likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, and build meaningful relationships. You're also more likely to learn from your mistakes, adapt to changing circumstances, and stay focused on your goals. An abundance mindset is not just a mindset, it's a way of life. It's a way of living that is focused on possibility, potential, and growth. When you think like a millionaire, you're more likely to live a life that is rich in purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. The benefits of an abundance mindset are numerous. You'll be more likely to achieve your goals, build wealth, and live a fulfilling life. You'll be more confident, resilient, and determined to succeed. You'll also be more likely to attract positive and supportive people into your life, and to create opportunities for growth and development. In order to think like a millionaire, you need to cultivate an abundance mindset. This involves focusing on possibilities, taking calculated risks, and being grateful for what you have. It also involves surrounding yourself with positive and supportive people and focusing on growth and development. By adopting an abundance mindset, you'll be more likely to achieve success and live a fulfilling life. The power of positive thinking is a fundamental principle of thinking like a millionaire. When you think positively, you're more likely to achieve success, build wealth, and live a fulfilling life. Positive thinking is not just about being optimistic or having a cheerful attitude. It's about cultivating a mindset that is focused on possibilities, opportunities, and growth. One of the key benefits of positive thinking is that it helps you stay focused on your goals. When you're positive, you're more likely to be motivated, driven, and committed to achieving your objectives. You're also more likely to take action towards your goals, rather than getting bogged down in negative thoughts or self-doubt. Positive thinking also helps you build resilience and perseverance. When faced with challenges or setbacks, positive thinkers are more likely to bounce back quickly and keep moving forward. They're not deterred by failure, but instead, they use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Another important aspect of positive thinking is its impact on your relationships and interactions with others. When you're positive, you're more likely to attract positive people into your life and to build strong, supportive relationships. You're also more likely to be seen as a leader, a problem solver, and a valuable asset to your community or organization. The power of positive thinking can also have a profound impact on your physical and mental health. When you're positive, you're more likely to take care of yourself, to prioritize your well-being, and to make healthy choices. You're also more likely to manage stress effectively and to avoid the negative effects of anxiety and depression. In order to think like a millionaire, you need to cultivate a positive mindset. This involves focusing on the good things in your life, practicing gratitude, and surrounding yourself with positive influences. It also involves challenging negative self-talk and replacing it with positive affirmations and self-encouragement. One of the most effective ways to cultivate a positive mindset is through visualization. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you're more likely to stay motivated and focused on what you want to achieve. You're also more likely to take action towards your goals and to make progress towards making them a reality. Positive thinking is not just about individual achievement. It's also about creating a positive impact on the world around you. When you think positively, you're more likely to be a source of inspiration and encouragement to others. You're more likely to be a leader, a mentor, and a role model, and to make a positive difference in the lives of those around you. In order to harness the power of positive thinking, you need to be intentional about your thoughts and attitudes. This involves being mindful of your thoughts, challenging negative self-talk, and cultivating a positive and optimistic mindset. It also involves taking care of your physical and emotional well-being and prioritizing your mental health. The benefits of positive thinking are numerous. You'll be more likely to achieve success, build wealth, and live a fulfilling life. You'll be more resilient, motivated, and driven to succeed. You'll also be more likely to build strong, supportive relationships and to make a positive impact on the world around you. When you think positively, you're more likely to see opportunities and possibilities that others may miss. You're more likely to be creative, innovative, and entrepreneurial, and to find new solutions to complex problems. You're also more likely to be confident, self-assured, and empowered to take action towards your goals. In short, the power of positive thinking is a fundamental principle of thinking like a millionaire. By cultivating a positive mindset, you'll be more likely to achieve success, build wealth, and live a fulfilling life. You'll be more resilient, motivated, and driven to succeed, and you'll be more likely to make a positive impact on the world around you. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help you think like a millionaire. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you're more likely to stay motivated and focused on what you want to achieve. Visualization involves using all of your senses to create a mental image of yourself succeeding, and it can have a profound impact on your mindset and behavior. One of the key benefits of visualization is that it helps you clarify your goals and desires. When you take the time to vividly imagine yourself achieving your objectives, you're more likely to understand what you really want and what steps you need to take to get there. Visualization can help you identify potential obstacles and challenges, and it can also help you develop strategies for overcoming them. Visualization can also help you build confidence and self-assurance. When you see yourself succeeding in your mind's eye, you're more likely to believe in yourself and your abilities. You're more likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, and push beyond your limits. Visualization can help you develop a growth mindset, and it can also help you cultivate a sense of resilience and determination. Another important benefit of visualization is that it can help you stay focused and motivated. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you're more likely to stay focused on what you want to achieve. you're more likely to prioritize your time and energy and to take action towards making your goals a reality. Visualization can help you overcome procrastination and distraction, and it can also help you stay motivated and driven. Visualization can also help you overcome fear and anxiety. When you vividly imagine yourself succeeding, you're more likely to feel confident and prepared for challenges. You're more likely to see potential obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning rather than as threats to your success. Visualization can help you develop a sense of calm and focus, and it can also help you stay grounded in the present moment. In order to use visualization effectively, you need to be intentional about the images you create in your mind. This involves taking the time to vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals and to use all of your senses to bring the image to life. You should also focus on the feelings and emotions that you want to experience when you achieve your goals, such as excitement, pride, and satisfaction. One of the most effective ways to use visualization is to set aside dedicated time each day to vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals. This can involve closing your eyes, taking deep breaths, and using all of your senses to create a mental image of yourself succeeding. You can also use visualization techniques such as guided imagery, affirmations, and creative visualization to help you stay focused and motivated. When you use visualization consistently, you're more likely to see real results in your life. You'll be more confident, motivated, and driven to succeed. You'll be more likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, and push beyond your limits. Visualization can help you think like a millionaire, and it can also help you achieve success and build wealth. The benefits of visualization are numerous. You'll be more likely to achieve your goals, build confidence and self-assurance, and stay focused and motivated. You'll be more likely to overcome fear and anxiety and to develop a sense of resilience and determination. Visualization can help you think like a millionaire, and it can also help you live a more fulfilling and purposeful life. In short, visualization is a powerful tool that can help you think like a millionaire. By vividly imagining yourself achieving your goals, you can build confidence and self-assurance, stay focused and motivated, and overcome fear and anxiety. Visualization can help you develop a growth mindset, and it can also help you cultivate a sense of resilience and determination. When you use visualization consistently, you're more likely to see real results in your life and to achieve success and build wealth. Taking deliberate action towards your goals is a crucial aspect of thinking like a millionaire. When you take intentional action, you're more likely to make progress towards your objectives, build momentum, and achieve success. Deliberate action involves being focused, driven, and committed to taking consistent steps towards your goals. One of the key benefits of taking deliberate action is that it helps you build momentum. When you're taking consistent action towards your goals, you're more likely to stay motivated and focused on what you want to achieve. You're also more likely to overcome procrastination and distraction and to stay driven to succeed. Taking deliberate action also involves being proactive and taking ownership of your life. When you're proactive, you're more likely to take responsibility for your actions and to make intentional decisions that align with your goals. You're more likely to be solution-focused and to find ways to overcome obstacles and challenges. Another important aspect of taking deliberate action is being intentional about your time and energy. When you're focused on your goals, you're more likely to prioritize your time and energy and to avoid distractions and time wasters. You're more likely to stay focused on what's truly important and to make progress towards your objectives. Taking deliberate action also involves being adaptable and flexible. When you're taking action towards your goals, you're more likely to encounter unexpected challenges and setbacks. By being adaptable and flexible, you can adjust your approach as needed and stay focused on your objectives. In order to take deliberate action towards your goals, you need to have a clear plan and strategy in place. This involves setting specific, measurable and achievable goals and breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps. You should also prioritize your time and energy and focus on taking consistent action towards your objectives. One of the most effective ways to take deliberate action is to create a daily or weekly routine that aligns with your goals. This can involve setting aside dedicated time to work on your goals and avoiding distractions and time wasters. You should also track your progress and make adjustments to your approach as needed. When you take deliberate action towards your goals, you're more likely to achieve success and build wealth. You're more likely to stay motivated and focused and to overcome obstacles and challenges. You're also more likely to build confidence and self-assurance and to develop a growth mindset. The benefits of taking deliberate action are numerous. You'll be more likely to achieve your goals, build momentum, and stay motivated and focused. You'll be more likely to overcome procrastination and distraction and to stay driven to succeed. You'll also be more likely to build confidence and self-assurance and to develop a growth mindset. In short, taking deliberate action towards your goals is a crucial aspect of thinking like a millionaire. By being focused, driven, and committed to taking consistent action, you can make progress towards your objectives, build momentum, and achieve success. When you take deliberate action, you're more likely to stay motivated and focused and to overcome obstacles and challenges. You're also more likely to build confidence and self-assurance and to develop a growth mindset. So my friends, I want to leave you with a challenge today. I want you to start thinking like a millionaire. I want you to cultivate a mindset that is focused on abundance, positivity, and success. I want you to visualize yourself achieving your goals and to take deliberate action towards making them a reality. Remember, the power to achieve greatness lies within you. It's a matter of mindset, attitude, and approach. When you think like a millionaire, you begin to see the world in a different way. You see opportunities, possibilities, and potential, and you take action to make your dreams a reality. So, go out there and think like a millionaire. Believe in yourself, take risks, and never give up on your dreams. The world is full of possibilities, and I have no doubt that you can achieve greatness.